Every single day, we wake up with two choices: to chase our goals or to chase our excuses. Success doesn't come overnight. It comes through consistency, discipline, and a powerful mindset. These are not just words. They are the three pillars that separate the dreamers from the doers, the talkers from the achievers. Consistency builds momentum, and momentum is the quiet force that turns ordinary effort into extraordinary achievement. When you commit to showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it, you create a rhythm of progress that slowly but surely moves you forward. The truth is, greatness is not built in a single day. It's built in thousands of small, often unnoticed actions that accumulate over time. Each time you repeat a positive behavior, you strengthen that pattern in your mind and body. You create a flow where progress becomes natural and your goals begin to feel within reach. But most people give up too early. They underestimate the power of consistency because they want instant results. They want to see transformation overnight. However, real growth is invisible at first. It happens silently beneath the surface, like roots growing deep before a tree breaks through the ground. Every day you stay consistent, you're adding another brick to the foundation of your success. You're proving to yourself that your word matters, that your commitment is stronger than your excuses. There will be days when motivation fades, when your energy is low, and when it feels like nothing is changing. But those are the days that matter most. That's when consistency shows its real strength. It's not about how fast you move, it's about not stopping. Success is rarely about intensity, it's about endurance. If you stay consistent long enough, the momentum you build becomes unstoppable. What once felt hard becomes habit, and what once seemed impossible becomes your new normal. Consistency turns effort into excellence and potential into power. Every day you stay consistent, you move one step closer to the life you want, and eventually, your persistence pays off in ways you never imagined. Discipline sustains motivation because motivation is temporary, but discipline is permanent. Motivation is a spark. It ignites your journey. But discipline is the fuel that keeps you going long after the excitement fades. There will be mornings when you don't feel like getting up, days when you don't want to work, and moments when everything feels pointless. That's when discipline steps in. It's the voice inside you that says, do it anyway. Discipline means choosing what you want most over what you want now. It's doing the hard thing when every part of you craves comfort. When you practice discipline daily, you train your mind to obey your purpose rather than your emotions. You stop relying on feelings and start relying on principles. Over time, that shift builds incredible inner strength. Discipline teaches you that consistency is not about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about sticking to your plan when distractions try to pull you away. Every time you follow through on your commitments, you build trust with yourself, and that trust becomes unshakable confidence. People often think success is about talent or luck, but the truth is, it's about discipline. The ability to keep showing up and doing what's necessary even when it's inconvenient. It's waking up early to train while others sleep, studying while others waste time, practicing while others complain. Discipline separates the achievers from the dreamers because it turns goals into habits and habits into results. Once you master discipline, success stops being a question of if and becomes a matter of when. You no longer wait for the perfect moment, you create it through your consistent actions. Discipline transforms your life because it gives you control over your choices, your time, and your destiny. It's not punishment, it's freedom, the freedom to become who you were meant to be. Mindset shapes your reality because the way you think determines the way you live. Everything begins in the mind. Your beliefs, your confidence, your actions, and even your success all stem from your thoughts. If your mind is filled with doubt, fear, and negativity, your life will reflect that same energy. But if your mind is filled with belief, strength, and purpose, nothing can truly stop you. A strong mindset is not something you're born with, it's something you build. You build it every time you push through challenges instead of quitting, every time you see failure as a lesson instead of a defeat, and every time you believe in possibilities when others only see problems. The right mindset allows you to turn obstacles into opportunities and pressure into power. When you think positively and train your mind to focus on growth, even the toughest situations become a source of strength. Life will always test you. It will throw failures, rejections, and doubts in your path. But your mindset decides how you respond. A weak mind breaks under pressure, but a strong mind bends and grows stronger. It's not about pretending everything is easy. It's about believing that you have what it takes to overcome anything. Your thoughts create your emotions shape your actions, and your actions define your results. That's the power of mindset. When you tell yourself that you open the door to solutions. When you tell yourself that you can't, you close it before you even try. Success doesn't start in your circumstances, it starts in your thinking. Every great achievement in history began as an idea in someone's mind, a belief that they could make it happen. That same power exists within you. When you feed your mind with positivity, discipline, and focus, you reprogram your reality. The moment you start believing in yourself, everything changes. Your energy, your confidence, your direction. With the right mindset, setbacks become stepping stones, and fear turns into fuel. The mind is your most powerful weapon. Once you master it, you master your life. Emotions should not dictate effort because emotions are temporary, but your goals are permanent. There will be days when you feel tired, unmotivated, or frustrated, but if you let those emotions decide your actions, you'll never achieve consistency. Feelings change every day. One morning, you might wake up ready to conquer the world, and the next you may not even want to get out of bed. That's human nature. But success belongs to those who act based on purpose, not mood. When you learn to separate your emotions from your effort, you take control of your destiny. You begin to understand that progress doesn't depend on how you feel, it depends on what you do. Every time you push yourself, when you don't feel like it, you strengthen your willpower. You prove to yourself that you are stronger than your excuses and more powerful than your feelings. Emotional discipline is what keeps you going when motivation fades. It's what allows you to keep working hard even when the results are slow, when no one appreciates your effort, or when life feels unfair. Many people give up not because they lack talent or opportunity, but because they allow emotions like doubt, fear, or boredom to take control. They quit the moment things get uncomfortable. But if you push through that discomfort, if you keep moving forward when your emotions scream, stop, you'll reach a level of growth most people never experience. The truth is, emotions are like waves, they rise and fall, but your commitment must remain steady like the ocean beneath them. Don't let temporary feelings destroy long-term dreams. You won't always be motivated, but you can always be disciplined. The greatest achievers in the world are not those who always felt inspired, but those who kept showing up even when they didn't. Learning to manage your emotions doesn't mean ignoring them, it means mastering them. It means acknowledging how you feel, but choosing to act based on your goals, not your moods. When you control your emotions, instead of letting them control you, you become unstoppable. Your focus sharpens, your consistency strengthens, and your results multiply. That's how you rise, not by feeling ready, but by acting ready, no matter how you feel. Habits define destiny because what you repeatedly do becomes who you are. Every action you take, no matter how small, is a vote for the type of person you are becoming. You cannot escape the power of your habits because they quietly shape your life behind the scenes. The success you dream of doesn't come from one big decision or a single burst of effort. It comes from the tiny, consistent choices you make every day. If you build habits that push you forward, your life will progress in that direction. But if you allow negative routines to take over, you will drift away from your potential without even realizing it. Every morning you wake up, your habits decide whether you grow or stay the same. They determine how you spend your time, how you react to challenges, and how much you achieve. The truth is, discipline becomes easier when it turns into habit because then you no longer rely on willpower. You simply act out of routine. Think about successful people in any field: athletes, entrepreneurs, leaders, artists. What separates them from others is not just talent, but the habits they built over years of repetition. They train, they practice, they plan, not once, not sometimes, but every single day. Even when they fail, they return to their process because their habits pull them forward. The beauty of habits is that they work silently. They don't ask for attention, but their results speak loudly over time. Your life right now is a reflection of your past habits, and your future will be a reflection of the habits you choose today. Every time you decide to take the easy route, you build the habit of avoidance. Every time you push yourself to do what's right, even when it's hard, you build the habit of strength. Change doesn't happen in a moment. It happens through repetition. It's not about doing something amazing once. It's about doing the right thing consistently until it becomes part of you. When your habits align with your goals, success becomes inevitable. You no longer need to chase it, your habits create it. So, protect your daily actions because they are shaping your destiny. The person you want to become is hidden inside the things you do repeatedly. Your habits are the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Success is built daily, not occasionally, because greatness is not the result of a single effort, but of countless days of dedication, persistence, and hard work. The people who reach extraordinary levels of success are not those who worked hard once in a while. They are those who showed up every single day, even when it was difficult, even when no one noticed, and even when progress seemed invisible. True success is not a one-time event. It is a lifestyle. It is a mindset that refuses to give up, no matter how many times life tests your patience or challenges your determination. Each day is a new opportunity to improve, to learn, to grow, and to build upon yesterday's progress. The problem is that most people overestimate what they can do in a short time, underestimate what they can achieve through consistent effort over a long period. When you commit to showing up daily, your work compounds. Every small effort adds up layer by layer until one day the results become undeniable. There will be days when you feel tired, when things don't go your way, and when you question whether it's worth it. But that's where real success begins. It begins in the moments when you refuse to quit, when you decide that your dreams deserve daily effort, not occasional attention. Every single day matters because each day carries the power to move you closer to your goals or further away from them. Even small, simple actions, reading a few pages, exercising for a few minutes, working a little longer, can have massive impact when done consistently over time. Success is not about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about building momentum, staying disciplined, and never losing sight of why you started. The truth is, every successful person you admire had to fight through days of doubt and frustration. They didn't become great because they worked hard once They became great because they worked hard every day. They understood that progress is built brick by brick, moment by moment, through relentless effort. You don't build a strong body by training once. You don't build a great career by working hard for a week. And you don't build a fulfilled life by chasing motivation only when it's convenient. You build it through repetition, through routine, through daily action that aligns with your purpose. Each sunrise gives you another chance to be better than you were yesterday, and each night reminds you that small progress is still progress. When you commit to doing something every day, no matter how small, you turn effort into excellence. And one day, without even realizing it, all those days of hard work and consistency will turn into the success story you once dreamed of. So as you walk away from this moment, remember that your future is not defined by one big decision or one lucky break. It's built by what you do every single day. Consistency, discipline, and mindset are not just habits, they're your tools for transformation. Each sunrise gives you a choice to repeat yesterday's excuses or to rewrite your story with action and purpose. The journey will not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Stay focused on your path, stay faithful to your process, and never forget that greatness is not achieved in a day. It is earned through the courage to keep going every day. When you live with consistency, act with discipline, and think with strength, success doesn't just become a dream, it becomes your way of life.